Hi, I'm Loretta Mole. I'm the founder of Focused Intention Technique. This is my vision, this is my passion, and I'm here today to share it with you. It is my vision to be able to share this technique, teach this technique to everybody all over the world. What makes this technique so valuable and so important is after working with many people for many years, it was my focus to find a way to get to limiting core belief systems. And so this is the whole sole purpose of Focus Intention Technique, is to support people to removing the limiting belief systems that have them living from a place of fear, doubt, lack of prosperity, abundance. When we're able to get to the core belief and remove those limitations, we're then able to come from a place of unlimited potential. We're able to source that potential from within us. And I started working with people about 20 years ago, and I could see sometimes treatments would hold and sometimes they wouldn't, and sometimes people would get to the core and sometimes they wouldn't. So it became my passion to find a way that would help people, support people, and also my own healing process, because I was also doing my own healing work, and I wanted to find a way that was simple, that got to the core root, and that people could do on themselves, that could be taught to others. And so that became my focus. And so I had many wonderful teachers and traveled to many wonderful places, and I would work with many people with that focus of finding that core root process. And that's what I am here to bring to you today, is exactly that. Focus Intention Technique gets to the core root by using the wisdom of our body, because everything that we need is within us. And this is what the process shows you, how to spiral within yourself using your body's wisdom. What happens is, if we get caught up in our mind consciousness, we literally become disconnected, and it makes it really difficult to source the information. So what happens is, when we shift our consciousness from mind consciousness to heart consciousness, it takes us into the body and really helps us to connect to all that is, that energy. So once I found that when we connect to that, it really makes it easier for us to go within using the natural wisdom of the body. And so in Focus Intention Therapy Technique, we use a series of questions that you can ask yourself that help you go within, spiral within, right to the core root of whatever happened in that moment, whether it was a part you disowned, or an event that wasn't finished, or an issue you have. Whatever isn't finished, it goes right to that location, and in the process we finish it. How do we finish it? We finish it by awakening the resources from within you that you needed in that moment that you didn't have. What happens naturally is, the body, when we use the wisdom of the body, is that information automatically comes up. The minute you identify it, it's awakened within you. And so what starts to happen is, you just start to wake up inside you. You wake up to whatever it is you needed in that moment that you didn't have as your resource. And once it's awakened, then it helps to access your unlimiting potential. And everything that we need is within us. Nothing we need is outside us. So the focus and the intention comes from within us. When we shift our consciousness from mind consciousness down to this heart-centered consciousness, we're accessing our natural birthright of being connected to all that is, and that wisdom is woken up. When we start to finish these aspects of us that weren't finished in that moment, what naturally happens is we can get a sense of who we are and our life purpose. We instantly get access to that remembering. It just happens naturally. So as you can see, the process is very simple. What sort of sometimes becomes complicated is our limiting belief systems that get in the way, that say we're not worthy, we're not important, we're not valuable. Everybody else can do that, but not me. And that's what we need to change in the process, so that we can connect to the unlimited part of us. And my vision for the world is to support people to be all that they can be, the unlimited self. It's my vision to take this process out to the world, to all areas of different parts of the world, and help create a group consciousness of heart-centered consciousness, of coming from a place of love and compassion, as opposed to feeling that we're defeated, we need to live in despair, we need to live alone, we need to live disconnected. When we connect with this heart consciousness energy that comes from within us, we are automatically get the knowingness that we are part of all that is, that we are part of this oneness that we were born into, that's our birthright. That's not just for certain people, it's for everybody. We're all here, you know, and we're all here to live a special purpose and a service. And this therapy is my service back to society. My goal is what I would like to manifest, is to see as many people be able to use this process on themselves, because it's a self-facilitating process, to teach people how to access this wisdom from within them that just happens organically once we get in touch with it. And for those who are also passionate about wanting to change core limiting belief systems with grace and ease, because simplicity is so very important. I don't believe anything has to be complicated, and this process is very simple. That if others want to take this process and learn it and teach it to others, that's my future goal, is to see many people around the world facilitating the process and in their part of the world, and all for the betterment of the world, so that we're all living with heart-centered consciousness, which is love and compassion, and being able to know that we are unlimited beyond our knowingness, that there's no limitations other than the limitations that we place on ourselves. And once we start to change those limiting beliefs to limitlessness, we have that knowingness that there isn't anything that we can't do, if that's whatever our desire is, that we can accomplish it. So I invite you to come on this journey with me, and I'm really excited and passionate about it, and would like for you also to be as passionate. Thank you.